Hello and welcome. This is the newest version of Wolfsbane UO, the podcast. I, of course, am Damien, also known as Von Wolfsbane. And I'm going to try things a little bit different now that I'm going to be recording from home. Um, there's always times where it would be great to be able to show you guys what I'm talking about. And if I record from home, I can go ahead and record a video podcast, post the video on YouTube, and give you guys the ability to see what I'm talking about as opposed to just hearing what I have to say. So that's what I'm doing this time around. We'll see how it goes. I don't know that I'll do every podcast this way. But in the grand scheme of things, it's a way for me to show you some of the stuff that I'm working on without having to be in game with you guys to show you, etc. So first things first, if you've been in the Discord chat, you've seen that I did a great job of crashing the shard yesterday. Um, it just happened once. We crashed a lot yesterday, but what I did only crashed just once. Um, I have created a new Wolfsbane dollar. It's the little coin that you can actually see right here with the cool wolf head on it. Um, the thing about the Wolfsbane dollars is when I initially wrote the server, built everything. Um, my scripting knowledge was not what it is now. Not that I'm an expert by any means, but I definitely know a lot more now than I used to know. And when I made Wolfsbane dollars, they are based on a blank scroll. And being based on a blank scroll makes it so that if you accidentally refill from stock on your key, it will put your Wolfsbane dollars in as scrolls. At least I believe it might. And then when you pull them back out, they are no longer Wolfsbane dollars. Also, the other thing would be you can actually write a spell on them. So you can use inscription and screw up your Wolfsbane dollar. And I don't want that to happen. So I created the new one. It is a completely separate item. It's got a completely separate graphic. It is based off of base item. For those of you that have any idea of how the scripting stuff works in UO or in Serve UO, then you understand what I'm saying. But basically, in the grand scheme of things, this will make it so that you don't have any issues going forward. Uh, with that, we're going to be converting, right? So I actually had Faded Warning make us a little conversion stone real quick so that you guys can easily convert your Wolfsbane dollars from the old blank scroll version to the new Wolf coin. However, I haven't gotten everything set up on the vendor stone yet. So I would advise to not go ahead and convert those yet if you plan to spend them very soon, because um, it's just not on the stone yet. I don't know that I'll have time to do it tonight, if I'm honest, but my plan is to hopefully do it tonight or tomorrow night, so that you guys can go ahead and do that. In addition, the auto donation delivery system is working. If you use the stone right here for donations, it will take you to the auto donation page, and those will be delivered pretty instantaneously. It's not right away, but it is pretty quick. Uh, and then you'll have them. However, again, those that deliver are actually this new Wolfsbane dollar coin. So as of right now, you can't spend them. Um, if there happens to be a staff member around, we can convert them for you or trade them for you, or just sell you items directly and you can give us the Wolfsbane dollars. But right now, we're kind of going through a little transition period, and that's just kind of how it's going to be for a little bit. So, anyway, just to show you real quick how this conversion stone works, it's this one right here. It just says Wolfsbane dollar or WD, scroll to WD coins. When you double click it, it's going to say target the item you want to transform. You're going to click on your Wolfsbane dollars. and it's a 1-to-1 conversion. So you go from the scroll version to the coin version, 1-to-1 conversion. I had 100 scrolls there. We went right to 100 of the coins, and that's it. And then you could just come right over here now and double click here, and you guys can see what I see when I do that. But the only thing that's in there right now is a small bag of holding. I just wanted to make sure that it was working. And you would click that, and you would say, "Hey, I want to buy that," and then away you go. And that's it. So it's it's something that I think probably needed to happen a while ago, just because there were a couple times where people had lost their Wolfsbane dollars because honestly, I had just built them on the wrong thing. They were based on the wrong thing, and so it caused an issue. But we're going to fix that now with this really quick conversion tool and using the new Wolfsbane dollar coin. Some of the other stuff that we're working on. Oh, hey, looks like somebody Octo is running through. So you guys can see that there on the video version of the podcast. But anyway, the thing about it is, I'm going to go ahead and hide myself. We are moving toward doing some more things. Faded Warning's been doing a lot of stuff in the background to help me out. We got all of the versions that will hide hide your armor and your helmet, etc. All those skins are in now. I'm not sure that they're all on the loot table yet, but they are all in game. So those will be coming soon if they're not already available. We are working on a secondary instance dungeons for the newbies, like we talked about on the last podcast. So please be on the lookout for that. I am going to be working on trying to fix the invasion system so that it doesn't kind of hold up and lag at the very end of it. So basically, for those of you that weren't here when I had the invasion system running before, when an invasion would run, everything would go fine. You'd kill everything, you'd get to the boss, you'd kill the boss, and then there'd be the rankings 1, 2, and 3 get rewards. But it would kind of hang while it was trying to figure out who had won and deliver things and whatnot. In some cases, it even crashed the shard. And so I've got to get that stuff fixed before we can run it anymore. So that's something that I'm currently working on in the back end, trying to get these things up and running. And then we're still working on finishing I'm going to go ahead and run over to the training room. We're still working on finishing a lot of the deco and the original new City of Wolfsbane. There's just a lot to do. I wanted to get the map out to you guys right away, and I did. But unfortunately, we have not finished decorating this stuff, so we definitely need to get this up and running so that you guys can excuse me, you guys can fully enjoy the City of Wolfsbane. But when I run all the way up here to the training room, we'll be finishing up here the boss drop stuff. So if you aren't aware, over in this far side of the training room is all the monster drop guys. And so, as you can see, I had already set some up. I must not have set them up correctly because the vendors are no longer there. So that kind of sucks. We'll have to get that fixed. But, this will be the new monster drop display. I kind of feel like this is a better way to display it because, you can see on the paper doll what it looks like when you're wearing it. You can hover on each thing and see what the stats are, etc. If you come over here to the pimp again, you can open the paper doll and you can see what it would look like if you were wearing it. You can take a look at what the stats are on those things. I just feel like it's in my opinion, it's a much cooler way to display these items. So we need to finish these up. Obviously, there's a lot to do with those. So we'll be continuing to work on those as we move forward. But yeah, auto donation, like I said, is working. It does work pretty quickly. When I had Lady J test it the other day, the one thing we found out was if your backpack is full, if you have the full 125 items, it will not deliver. You can click claim, and it'll say you've claimed it, but it actually does not deliver, and it does not take away your claim to it until you remove items from your backpack, and then it will show up. So when you do donate, you'll get one of these fancy little packs in your backpack that says Wolfsbane UO donation rewards, and then it'll have your Wolfsbane dollars in it. These empty ones are actually the ones that came through from the tests that I was running. So, but yeah, the auto donation is working now. You can use the link on the stone. I may still disable auto donation delivery because the fees are really high if it's a low dollar amount. So if you donate $1, I actually get less than 50% of that. So I get 48 cents if you donate $1 through the auto donation system. Um, and there's always going to be fees. PayPal's got to get their money too, and I get that. But I'm not saying, hey, everybody donate higher dollar amounts because they take away less, and that's not my point. But I just want to be very clear that although I have auto donation delivery working, we may be taking it away if the fees prove to be too high to make it feasible. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to minimize the fees because the fees are different on that than if somebody just donates directly and then we have to deliver. I'm not quite sure why they're different, but they are different. So we'll have to evaluate those things as we go. And that's pretty much it. I know that, like I said, Faded Warning and I are working on some things in the background. Lady J is always working on something for you guys. Um, it's a work in progress, always is. I know that those of you that are here right now love it. Everybody's very happy, but from time to time, it's a labor of love. Unfortunately, sometimes it's Oop, I did not mean to click that. Anyway, the thing about it is, you know, we love what we do here. I'm speaking for myself and Lady J and Faded Warning. We love what we do. We do this because we appreciate you guys. We love this game. It's just something that is near and dear to my heart is giving back. I've played on a lot of good servers throughout my time, but the one that ghosted me, still bothers me today, honestly. And so that's why I would never do that to you guys. So we are still going strong. We're still plugging along. We will be working on the prices for being able to build over in the new city, over on the other part, the other island here. In all honesty, um, the oh boy, where are they at? Oh, here. So in the new city over here, we have these plots that you guys can build on, right? And right now, you guys don't have access to build on these plots. But these three in the corner here are for the event that Esteban had planned to run. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll change the names of these from an unnamed house to what it costs, or put a sign out front similar to what I did here for the ones that are going to be used for the mining event that Esteban planned to run. But we'll put a sign out front. You'll know what the cost is. You'll contact a staff member and say, "Hey, I'd like to build an archery, an archer studio here, or I want to build a blacksmith shop over here." And we'll collect payment from you. You'll go ahead and build, and then if we're happy with it, we will transfer the building to us as staff members. put a placard out front with your name on it that says, "Hey, this was built by, you know, Johnny Two Shoes on October 11th, 2024." And your name will always live on in Wolfsbane. Even if you leave our shard, you'll still live on. As long as there's not a reason you've been removed, which we've removed, I believe, just one player in our 5 years. So that probably won't be the case. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything. I rambled on a lot this time. I'm sorry, guys. I think that I'll get more succinct with these. I did not make a list of what I wanted to talk about. I just kind of thought, hey, I'll just do it. We'll see how it goes. And that's what that's what I've done here. But I think the video podcasts, since I have a little bit of time and the ability to do them, they are worth it. If you guys don't think so, that's fine. This podcast will be posted in audio form on Spotify as always, and then in video form on YouTube. And I'll link both of them in the Discord chat. A couple things that have come up recently that I got questions on from players, and I just want to make sure that everybody kind of knows where things are at. So first of all, if you have suggestions, whether it be a new system, a new item, just a, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you changed this? You are always more than welcome to send those directly to me, and I mean that wholeheartedly. I will do my best to answer you as quickly as possible. Recently, Fred, I'm going to call you out. Fred has sent me some things that are ideas that I'm definitely kicking around. The thing about it is, you know, these things take time. Scripting them can be tough, especially when it's an involved system, etc. But there's no such thing as a bad idea, just an idea that I might need to tweak, change, or whatever in order to make it work for Wolfsbane, right? So please don't ever hesitate to send me that stuff. The second one that I got just the other day was about guild cities. If you go on the World Teleporter stuff and you look at the guild cities, there's a small list there of things that have been built, and excuse me, they were built by me, one way, shape, or form. And I just had somebody ask me, hey, how do I get a guild city? And honestly, the answer is very simple. You ask me about it, you pay for it, and I build it. Guild cities run usually $10+, depending on how large you want. I don't believe the Italian one here is here anymore. This one was actually really elaborate. It was huge. I very much loved what I had built for them. And then they quit playing here, which is fine. I mean, everybody moves on, right? But in the grand scheme of things, I don't mind doing those things for you guys. I enjoy building. Building is like my favorite part of running the server. So if you want a guild city, like I said, it's going to start at about $10, depending on how much, involved work there is. And that particular person had asked about getting training wolves or whatever for their guild city, and that's something I'll have to kind of kick around. We have not allowed private trainers before, but there's not really a reason not to. But there's going to be a cost involved, just because it is a perk, and it is not necessary to have to be able to play the game. I work very hard to not be pay to win, but to have something like that sometimes does have a cost involved. I try not to make it so outlandish that you're like, why would I ever pay that much money for that? That's never my goal. But I do think that there should be some cost involved. We did try for a while having a personal trainer that you needed to get tickets for because there was a timer, and if the timer ran out, then it left. So then you could place another one later. But the timer caused a problem and was crashing the shard. So we'll have to maybe look back into that, and we can maybe add that to maybe an instance dungeon or something where people would be able to possibly get, a personal trainer for 2 hours or 4 hours or 8 hours or whatever. I don't know. There's always ideas, there's always ways to kick it around and come up with one that works for everyone. But anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for what you do to play here. Our Patreons are still going strong. Thank you to all of you that have signed up and continue to support us month after month. Again, Patreon will be changing on starting November 1st. So we'll have to look at what that really looks like going forward. But in the meantime, we all appreciate everything that you guys do. Thanks again for everything. And last but not least, remember, always come home to Wolfsbane.